Hi there, in this tutorial here we're going to be looking at creating an assembly, and we are learning how to use the CAD commands planar mate, slider and fasten to produce assemblies in Onshape there. For our top level of success we want everything to be fully constrained as shown in the tutorial there. For the middle level there we're looking for most parts to be fully constrained, and in the progressing past level 2 we attempt to assemble the components. So we head into Onshape there. So I've already opened up my Suite Dispenser document there, and you may find that you've already got an assembly tab here, and that's empty. That's great. If not, you need to go down to this plus symbol here and click Create Assembly. Once you're in your assembly there, you'll notice the menu bar up here changes. It changes to the assembly tools. So the first thing we need to do in our assembly is insert some parts. We're going to be creating an assembly of kind of the base, the wooden block that we glued together in the workshop. So we're going to go Insert, and because we're doing it all in the same document, all our parts are ready here. So we can click Base, and we'll just click to position that there. We've got the side, I'll just position that off to the right there. We want another side, we need two sides, so we'll position that there as well. And we also want a top, and you can zoom out if needs be there to give yourself a bit more space. Make sure you then click the green tick, because otherwise your parts probably will disappear. And there we are, so we've got all our parts in here. On the base, in the model tree here, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go Fix. So that's fixed in position, that one there, so it's not going to move. That makes things a little bit easier as we add the other parts to it there. So now we're going to use the planar mate tool. So up here, we've got a variety of different constraints that we can use and ways to kind of make fixed parts together. We're going to use the planar mate on this tutorial here. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to click the top of this base here, and then this is where you have to be really careful with selecting the right parts. I'm going to rotate this view round, and I'm going to select the bottom of this, one of the sides, so it's then sitting on top. And then I can just click the green tick, and it's now sitting on top. And you'll notice I can move that, but it's always going to be sitting, those two surfaces are always going to be aligned with each other there. Next up, we're going to go with that planar mate again. I'm going to click the side of that and the side of this block here. Now, Onshape does a slightly weird thing where the kind of part kind of jumps. It looks like it's broken the previous mate we've put in. If we click the green tick, you'll see it doesn't lose that initial mate we put in. We can, with this planar mate window still open, we can add the final mate for these two parts. So we can click on that front face there, click on this front face here. And yeah, again, it's jumped into a funny position there, but it does resolve itself once we click that green tick. So there's our first side constrained. So we're going to do that again on the other side. So we're just going to rotate around so we can see the bottom side of this little side here. Clicked on that there. Click on the top here. Oops, I've not clicked on that first one. There we are there, so it's jumped up. So you know it should move around if the mate's happening. So you can click the green tick on there. I'm going to go on the side there, and click the side here as well. Again, it's jumped into a funny position, but it works itself out there. And then finally, if I just close that window there a second, you'll see I've still got some freedom of movement there. So that's a way you can always check your components. Can you click on it and drag it anyway? If yes, you can still move it relative to the part that's fixed, and you know that something's not fully constrained. So those two faces need to be lined up so they're not going to slide around. So we can click planar mate again, click on that front, click on that one there, and we can click solve on that there. And there we are. So now we just need to get the top on top of this block here. So planar mate again, click there, and we'll just rotate that round. When I tick that green tick up there, you'll notice that's when you lose the little menu bar up there. So we tick that green tick that appeared further down, we would have kept that. So let's go back into this, and I'll just show you again what I mean by that disappearing. Click there, click here, click that one, it keeps this window open so I can keep constraining it there. And then finally the front face is there. And if you ever try to add a constraint, which say you've already added something, just see if we get an example here. So you'll see it, if we close that there, you see it's taken away. It had a wee exclamation mark there. It didn't like that because we'd already had a constraint there. So it was what we call over constrained. So you shouldn't have any, you should just be kind of light grey down here. If you've got anything that's orange, something's not quite right with that there. So that's our base complete. So I'm just going to right click down here, I'm going to rename that there. I'm going to call that base. Just press enter there, and there we are, there's our base assembly. In the next one, I'll show you how to assemble the drawer.